Okay, so for today's video, I just want to say quickly, please, if you can, make a purchase on my eBay account, Bargainbusterbin. There are a lot of good things up there. Shoes, newspapers, magazines, posters, stones for wrapping, uh, costume jewelry. There are so many different things. So please, if you can, go to Bargainbusterbin. And I even have some things that I've drawn, hand drawn. So I'll probably put up more hand drawn things. So those are really affordable. I have some things up for a penny and free shipping. So if you can afford to just go buy something, please do. I wanted to tell you what they're talking about. So they keep referring to, again, I'm not going to refer to it anymore because I've said it in a previous video, but it's something that's in the book. And that's part of why I'm not going to say it, because they keep talking about how I have to do things 3 times for some reason. And what I think it's really about is to stop me from doing what I have to do. So they keep saying, if we say to do it, you won't do it. But then if we keep badgering you, you will do it. It's not true. It's a lie. The other thing that I'm going to say, like, they keep talking about, I find that what these people talk about is what they're concerned about. And I think that's like in most things. If you're constantly talking about something, that's what's really bothering you or you're concerned about. So part of what they're really concerned about was that they keep saying this was meant to slow me down. And I think they're concerned that if I get back on my feet quickly, then it means something. What I think it means in reality is that I wasn't supposed to be slowed down. No one is. And what they wanted to do was slow things down to their benefit, to help them. Think about that. If they're concerned about slowing things down, it's to help them, not to help me. So if I'm able to accomplish things at a normal rate, and it's not even a faster rate, then it hurts them. So that's my point. I think in their minds, they feel that anything that I accomplish hurts them because they keep saying that they paired people up. That's a lie. It's not true. But in their minds, it's true because they said they see everything as a competition. And that's part of it. I'm going to title this video, Competition. For these types of criminals, everything's a competition for them. Every little thing is, okay, how do we compete? How do we slow this person down so they could speed up? And that's how they wanted to view my life. And when they started trying to connect things to me, out of nowhere. Like, how can you connect people who aren't connected? And it became something that they're so, I said in the beginning how this is something that they keep going over. And they keep trying to change my terminology because they said, well, if I change my terminology to what they would say, then it would look like they were always talking to me. It can't be true. They have different people talking about different things at different times, and those people weren't there from the beginning. So we're talking about this from the time I was a child. If they were children, they couldn't have been talking to me. If they were in another country, they couldn't have been talking to me. So it's as though they're trying to force something. And I'm going to title, in addition to what I just said, I'm going to title By Force. This is a way of forcing something. And when you force something, it's not reality. And that's part of the point. Like, they keep trying to fix, their errors. And I'll title that also Fixing Errors, to make something seem like it was always happening or that it was legitimate. They're trying to legitimize something that is illegitimate. It's not right. So they're trying to fix their errors by trying to force something, forcing relationships, forcing something to work. And I think when you have to force something to work, it wasn't meant to work. It wasn't meant to be. And when you're dealing with people like this as part of a criminal organization, it's hard for them to understand that just because you try to force something or use force for something, it still won't work. The other big thing is this tooth that was sticking out a lot seems to be going back. And I'm going to show you. they were targeting this to make it dark. You see, my gums shouldn't be that dark. You see the correct color of my gums? Where they targeted, it looks darker. So you can actually tell where they targeted because it's darker. So they targeted this tooth. It's darker, and you can tell. So what I'm telling you folks is that when they try to force something to happen and it doesn't work, they keep trying to force it. So they use the word harping or badgering, but I think it's force. Trying to force a relationship with me, trying to force a connection to me. So they said, well, we were always talking to you. Well, if you were always talking, I wasn't always listening. That's the point. And trying to force me to be brought down created so much confusion. So they're not understanding that forcing something doesn't make it legitimate. It doesn't make it right. And it doesn't make it so. And that's why they hate when I say so be it. Because making something so means it's a natural thing. So be it is a natural thing. Force isn't natural. I'll leave this video at that. I think we covered a lot. Thank you for watching.